Shalom, this is Yah is Magnified, and I'm back with another informative video. Today's video is titled, Case Dismissed. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth. Nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, guys, hit that like button. And also, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And also, hit the notification bell so you all can be notified as I'm dropping these powerful videos. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so now what we have on the screen is in fact the email from my aunt that he sent to me yesterday about his child support situation. Okay, we have been in fact fighting for 3 strong years. Okay, I wanted my aunt to come on and give his testimony, but through circumstances outside of our control, he will not be able to come on and give his testimony. So he just told me to, just go ahead and post the video. So that's what I'm doing, all right? So now, as you all can see on the screen, it states what? I think this is good. Stroll up. He sent me a copy of 2 orders he received, okay? That's 1 order. That's 2 orders. We will go over both orders in its entirety, okay? But let's continue. As stated, Shalom, Mark. Yes, indeed, the case was dismissed on April the 2nd, 2023, okay? So, let's go to the documents and go over what have taken place in this case. So, let's go there. Okay, so now, as you all can see on the screen, this is in fact the magistrate's order pertaining to a motion to show cause, okay? We're going to go over this document in its entirety so you all can find out what have taken place in this case prior to him receiving the documents from yesterday that he sent to me back on April the 2nd, all right? So, upper left-hand corner, you guys can see this was in fact a contempt hearing, right? That was done by the Child Support Enforcement Agency, which is CSEA. Blanked out his child's mom name. I also blanked out my aunt's name, but we're going to call him Set, okay? As you all can see, the case number I also crossed out, and this order was coming from the Court of Common Pleas from the Juvenile Domestic Relations section, okay? And it's filed on February the 3rd, 2023, right? And it states filed in the domestic relations. So again, let's pick this up at the top where it states date. It states January 31st, 2023, right? Then it states case called for the hearing on a show cause motion, right? And then it reads, defendant did not appear. So on January 31st, 2023, my aunt did not appear for the motion to show cause, okay? Then it reads, again, if we go down to the 3rd line, it states defendant has been served with process and notice of the show cause motion via, then a mock has not been served, okay? But let's continue on. And it reads, the court finds as follows, the first X, and it reads, matter continued for hearing before the magistrate on 3/21/2023 at 9 a.m. So they simply continued the hearing from January 31st to March 21st, 2023, okay, at 9 a.m. Then it reads, this hearing will take place via Zoom technology. Defendant is ordered to appear and may access the Zoom hearing using the instructions below. Then it reads, if the defendant unable to attend via Zoom, then defendant shall physically appear at the Lawrence County Justice Center with the address at the time of the hearing. Then it's highlighted, failure to appear will result in a warrant. So that was a threat, guys. If we do not appear, it will result in a warrant, right? But let's go down to the last X. The last X states what? Other, reset for service. So they reset it to properly serve my aunt, okay? Then it reads again with the magistrate's signature on it, okay? So you all can see that. So now, let's go to the order from the March the 21st, 2023 court hearing, okay? Let's go there. All right, so now, as you all can see on the screen, this is in fact the magistrate's decision coming from the Court of Common Pleas, again, out of the state of Ohio. And it reads, the plaintiff's name, again, I crossed out, but we're going to call her D. And she's up against my aunt, who's the defendant. We're going to call him Set, right? And again, case number I crossed out. And as you all can see, it was marked magistrate's decision, all right? And it reads, date 3/21/2023, right? The same date that they said it was going to continue the hearing. Let's read the first X, guys. And it states, upon request of CSEA, case is dismissed without prejudice, right? Then it reads, future hearing on complaint and motion to show cause are canceled. So now, guys, when I was telling you all, even in my situation, they brought me in for a show cause rule, right? But as I was telling you guys, you can get the entire case dismissed if they bring you in on a show cause rule, if you do exactly what needs to be done to get your case dismissed, all right? So now, to further prove that, let's read the box below. And it reads, upon request of CSEA, motion to show cause is dismissed without prejudice. Future hearing on motions are canceled. So now, if they were just dismissing the motion to show cause, that box would have been checked, right? But as you can see, they checked the top box because the entire case was dismissed. Either future hearing on complaint and motion to show cause are canceled, right? But let's continue. Let's read the third one. The third box is also not checked, and it reads, based upon the representation of CSEA, which is the Child Support Enforcement Agency, lump sum payment has been made in full and contempt has been purged. Contempt proceedings are closed and future hearing on said contempt are canceled. As you guys can see, that box is also not checked. So that means he didn't do those two things as well, right? But the fourth box is checked, and it states what? Service failed. So again, the document we just read on the motion to show cause stated that if he did not show up, then they was going to do what? They was going to put a warrant out for his arrest, right? So he didn't show up again, but instead of putting a warrant out for his arrest, they simply what? Dismissed the case. And it's just that simple, guys. And it's also what? Signed by the magistrate, right? But let's scroll down. And it's a certified copy, as you all can see. It's stamped and signed by the deputy clerk. All right? So now, to further prove this, now let's go to the judgment adopting the magistrate's decision from the Ohio Court of Common Pleas judge. So let's go there. So now, as you all can see on the screen, this is in fact the judgment that my ARC received, also that was attached to the magistrate's decision. Basically, this judgment is the judge adopting the magistrate's decision, all right? But what I didn't point out in the last document was the file stamp, okay? This document and the last document was both filed on March the 27th, 2023, right? And it was filed in the Domestic Relations Division, right? Everything else is still the same, like I stated before. But again, the only thing changes that it's marked judgment. The date, again, was March the 21st, 2023. And again, the first box is checked and it reads the same thing. Upon request of the CSEA, which is, again, the Child Support Enforcement Agency, case is dismissed without prejudice. Then it states future hearing on complaint and motion to show cause are canceled. Like I stated before, as I just explained. Again, if they was only dismissing the show cause and not the entire case, they would have checked the second box. If they was only, and if my ARC made a payment to get the case dismissed, they would have checked the third box. So that's why the second and third box is not checked. But the fourth box is checked. Again, it says service failed. So again, if they threaten him, if he didn't show up, that they was going to arrest him or put a warrant out for his arrest, they didn't do that. They just simply dismissed the case in its entirety, right? Again, this time it has the judge's signature on it. And again, it's still what? Certified copy by the deputy clerk, right? So as I was telling you guys, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And like I always say, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let each matter be established. In this case, we have over 5 witnesses, okay? We have my ARC email, right? That I just went over with you guys. That's witness number 1. We put up the motion to show cause, witness number 2, right? After the witness to show cause, we put up the magistrate's decision, which is witness number 3. Then we put up the judge's ruling on the magistrate's decision, adopting the magistrate's decision, which is witness number 4. And you have me also saying this is true, which is witness number 5. So again, guys, like I was telling you all, you must be willing to fight the good fight. Me and my ARC was fighting this thing for 3 years before we received remedy. But he received remedy. Like I say, don't quit, don't stop, don't give up, okay? And also, I know there's a lot of new information going on or going around, and there's a lot of new cats popping up saying that they can assist you all with your child support cases. All right, but you all got to understand, just because something happened in their case doesn't mean it's going to happen that way in your case, okay? Everyone's situation is different, all right? Do not be deceived. Understand what's going on, okay? If they're not showing you how their case was exactly dismissed, What did they do? What did they say? Okay, if they just simply throwing out blanket statements that it was dismissed for this reason, right? But you don't see an actual full court order, then you should have a red flag, okay? And also, you have other individuals teaching you guys that child support is simply administrative. There are two forms of child support, okay? There's administrative order of support and there's a what? A court order of support. I made a video about the difference. So if you all, go back and watch my old videos, you guys will understand the difference between administrative order and a court order of support, okay? And yes, a court order of support trumps an administrative order of support, okay? So again, that's what I'm going to do for today. If you all need my help, hit me up in my email at yahismagnified@gmail.com. Let's get this right wisdom, this right knowledge, this right understanding. Also, cop that merch, guys. And with that being said, I say shalom.